So I want to talk to you now about assets. In a traditional accounting sense, assets are things like the computer that I'm recording this on, the desk that I'm sitting at, the shelves behind me, right? They're all tangible, fixed assets. But you have assets within your online business, even if you can't touch them in the same way that I can this desk and this computer, right? So let's talk about what they are today. And they're very important because assets are a big contributor to your balance sheet. So in the event that we look to build your business to grow and then sell, assets are something that will drive up that valuation. So let's talk about assets. What are they? Your email list, for example, is an asset. We don't tell you to build an email list just because it's fun. We tell you because that becomes a valuable asset of your business. That list can actually have a number on it because it could be sold. And I don't mean just selling people's email addresses. I mean that if somebody buys your business, they have a list of customers and they have a way to contact them. That is an asset. Okay, so email list is one. So it's important that A, you have one, and B, that you do something to nurture and maintain it. And also from a revenue perspective, actually use that list, right? They signed up to you. They signed up because they were interested in what you were saying. How often do you tell them what you have to buy and how else you can help them? If you're not, it's a waste of time, right? These people gave you their email address. They said, yes, please, I want to hear from you. The best thing that you can do is let them hear from you. Your website is also an asset. It's essentially your shopfront, right? In an online business, we don't have any premises probably. We could be doing this from a laptop in our bedroom, but our website is where people can go to see us and find us. So that's important. Do you have the option of people to sign up to your list on your website? You should do. So if you don't, add that to your list of things to do. Any of your courses, any of your products, any of the books that you've written, all of these things are assets. The framework that you run to, right? And this is important. And let's just take a second to talk about this a bit further because you might not have one. If you are looking to grow, right? The way that you offer your core product or service needs to be repeatable. We need to be able to do it for multiple customers in the same way to A, get the same result that we've promised and sold, and B, so that we have something consistent that in the event that we were unable to turn up to work, somebody else could run our framework. All of our skills and knowledge and ability doesn't disappear if we do, if we have a framework. We can train other people in our framework and they can teach it, right? If I got hit by a bus tomorrow, somebody else could step in and teach the things that I talk about because my framework is documented. So you want to have a framework if you can. It's also great because it drives your content. You'll never have a moment when you think, I don't know what to talk about, because you just fall back to your framework. What is in your framework? Tell them about that. And like I said, it helps you consistently deliver a good result because you're doing the same process. You know, there might be bespoke parts. My framework works because it works en masse for everybody. And we can take the same framework and make it bespoke for one-to-one. So you want to kind of have a framework if you can. Your clients, your customers are an asset. They have chosen to invest in you and they pay you money. They're a massive asset. So don't do that thing where we do all of the work to get them over the line, right? To bring them in, to have them pay us money, tick off our revenue goals, and then leave them. They need to be getting the absolute best customer experience that you can offer. They need to feel like you care. They don't want to feel like they're just one of many, right? They might be one of many, but they don't want to feel that way. So how are you treating them like the asset that they are? How can you make your customer experience better? How can you make them feel valued and important and cared about? How can you give them connection, support? What options do they have to give you feedback? These are important things that you want to have for your essentially biggest asset. You know, they gave you money and they're working and they're in your business. So you've got to treat them right. Yeah, this is important to think about that. What's your customer experience like? Have you ever followed it through from, start to end? It's an interesting one. So have a think about that. Then what else have we got in assets? We could think about partnerships, right? Who can you work with? Who doesn't offer exactly the same, but maybe like a complementary service, right? Or product. Where can you partner with people to improve the experience that your customers have? Where can you partner with people to give them more, to touch on everything that they might need without you always being the one to have to deliver everything? Because you can't be an expert in all areas, but you could partner with other experts who can tag on with what you teach so they have a massively broad and brilliant experience taught only by experts. Your team is an asset. I could disappear and my team will still make sure that my content goes out into the world, that my customers have access to someone who can help them, that my customers get everything that they should get at the right time. My team make all that happen. My team are hugely, hugely important. We need to treat them accordingly and make them feel that way. Any testimonials you've got, those are assets, right? That is somebody doing your marketing for you in their own words, Testimonials are assets. If you don't collect your testimonials, you're missing out. Please, please, please start doing it now. And if you do collect them, but then you don't share them, you're also missing out, because these assets are just basically sat on the back of a dusty shelf. Collect testimonials and share them. Let other people see what your customers have to say, how they have changed their businesses and lives because of you. Share that with everybody. That's just a couple of examples of assets. Obviously, it can be different in everybody's business, but they're the main ones that everybody needs to be considering. I'd love to hear what else you would add to this list of assets. I'd love to hear how you take care of your assets. Let me know in the comments below.